If you're experiencing these four things, it means that you're going through some very important personal shifts and that you're receiving the corresponding upgrades in your physical body. Because humanity is changing, the planet is shifting rapidly. These are kind of unprecedented and unseen times here on planet Earth. And so many people are experiencing right now what are sometimes termed ascension symptoms. Basically, our physical bodies are receiving these huge upgrades to the operating system. It's like getting a software update for your iPhone. Because remember, you are not your physical body. The body is just this vehicle. It's like a best friend that we have teamed up with so we can experience life on the physical plane. The physical body is just it's like this giant antenna that receives and transmits energy from the higher planes, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. And so as we make these big shifts on these other levels, as the earth continues to shift her frequency as well, the body needs to make the appropriate adjustments so that it can stay grounded and hold us in this physical space. So these are the upgrades we were talking about. And when it happens, it can be very uncomfortable, very surprising, unexpected, and some of these symptoms are downright strange and unexplainable. So before we get into the list, if you've been enjoying this content, I really appreciate if you can give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below if you're not subscribed already. Really helps me out, helps me to get this message to more and more people and the people who need to hear it. So let's jump in. The first sign is changes in sleep patterns, particularly sleeping way more than usual. This has been a big one for me lately. There are some nights where I'm sleeping 10, 11 hours, which is just, it's not normal for me. Days when I'm sleeping in super late, and it feels concerning, like is something wrong with me? Do I need to make some changes to my diet or my exercise regimen? Am I doing something wrong? But the message that I'm getting from my body when I really tap in and tune in is no, this is important. Rest is critical, especially at this time. And kind of what my body has told me is in for all of us in our past, for every decision that we make, every poor decision, we have to experience the consequences. There are consequences to our actions. And so every time that we eat foods that we shouldn't eat, when we are sick and we don't allow our body to rest, every bad night's sleep, every time that the body is exhausted or injured and we get up anyways and we force ourselves to work out, all these things take a toll on the body, and the body is resilient enough where it can get us up and going so that we can continue to survive and live our life. But every time we do this, it's like going into debt. It's like paying everything off on a credit card where we will pay later. And so we're sort of in energetic debt. And when we finally allow the body to heal and we give it the resources it needs, when we start to eat the foods that are healing and cleansing, when we start to release emotion and trauma from the body and free the body up, free up all these resources, the body says, okay, finally, I can relax. I can decompress and actually go into this deep healing mode and take care of all the things that I never was allowed to take care of before. And so this is what a lot of us are going through, where we are needing a ton of rest, but also there's probably this sense of deep relaxation, like the body can kind of exhale, like it's doing a ton of work while we're sleeping. And so we're sort of paying off the debt that we owe from our sort of old lives. So don't feel bad if you need a ton of sleep, if you need to say no to other things, if you need to take some time away from exercise or other things like that. Know that this rest is super important, and it will pass. The body is just going to continue to upgrade more and more. And so the flip side to this may also be that you have these long, restless, sleepless nights as well. Maybe you're getting these strange, vivid dreams. Maybe you're getting old memories and emotions that are kind of coming up to the surface to be processed when you lay down to sleep. You might also get these intense jolts of energy and releases that are moving through your body. There's pretty much nothing that's off the table here. It could be anything for you. So don't be concerned. It's just a natural part of the body's healing process, and the body's got it. The body knows exactly what to do. It's got it taken care of. So no need for concern there. Give the body the rest it needs, and it will take care of you. All right, number 2 is change in diet or cravings. You might be desiring lighter foods. You might be desiring less food. Maybe there's periods where you want to fast, where you don't want to eat. This is kind of nature's cure. Every animal knows that when you're healing, when you're sick or injured, that you don't eat, because the body actually heals the best when we are not bombarding it with all this stuff from outside of us. Maybe you are not tolerating foods that you used to tolerate or enjoy. Maybe you're having cravings for food that you know is not good for you, and you're struggling with this food guilt in your relationship with food. Whatever it is for you, this is normal, because diet, it plays a huge role in our overall well-being and evolution. And so we're going to, of course, expect, as the physical body shifts and upgrades, its needs are going to change. And so it's going to let you know through your cravings and your desires. And so one thing that's really, really going to help at this time is to go with lighter foods. So things like fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, foods like meat and dairy and a lot of grains are, energetically speaking, very, very heavy. And so they kind of tether us to this dense, heavy earth energy, energy of fear and suffering, things like that. And so as the earth continues to raise its energy and humanity as a whole continues to shift, we are going to see this shift towards lighter and lighter foods. And if you are looking for some help and some guidance for this, I do have a free ebook that you can download. I'll put the link down below. But it's basically about introducing these healing, cleansing, light, hydrating foods that the body really knows how to utilize for our deep healing and our deep cleansing. And yes, it is a process. It's not an easy process. All healing is uncomfortable. We will experience these strange symptoms, but I really do believe this is the direction that humanity is heading, and we're just going to see it trend more and more in this way. So number 3 is the desire to spend time alone, to be with yourself and kind of protect your energy, to rest and recuperate and go into kind of this hermit or hibernation mode. This is a really important period, this hibernation, for a lot of us in our spiritual or our healing journey. I remember in college, when, early on in my college days, I would be out at the bars, drinking with my friends and my teammates. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be cool and be accepted. And so I was doing all the things that, college students do. And at some point during my 4 years, I remember I physically couldn't go to these spaces anymore. I couldn't go to the bar. I couldn't go to the clubs. There was this very visceral feeling in my body, like I need to get out of here. I need to leave. It made me physically nauseous and unwell. And this is your body saying that I need to protect my energy. The energy here, it is too frenetic, or it's too fearful. It's too needy, or whatever it may be, whatever places or spaces you're going with. The body is trying to tell you that this isn't who I am anymore. This isn't my vibe. This isn't my state of being. and I don't belong here. It's not helping my overall evolution and ascension. And so when the body tells you this, it's important to honor it and to listen, and to let yourself be alone and create a sacred space. It can be so relaxing and relieving to just spend a night alone, spend a weekend alone, taking care of yourself, doing something fun, feeding that inner child, just relaxing and unwinding. So important, in my opinion. And so protect your space, protect your energy, do what you got to do, even if it means distancing yourself from things or hobbies that you enjoy, people that you've spent a lot of time with. It's okay to say, hey, I'm going through some changes. I'm not gonna hang out with you or text you as much as I have. I'll be back, but I need my space right now. That's totally okay. And if you need to do that, then by all means go for it. You're probably going to be led in that direction if that's right for you at this point. Number 4 is low motivation or changes in your priorities. And this is your body, your soul saying, I need some time to rest and repair. As you go through these big inner shifts, a lot of the outer things that you used to enjoy, they kind of fall away. They're not as interesting or captivating to you. And there's this time when you know that you're shifting. You know that the old things are not really resonating with you anymore, but you don't know where you're headed. You don't have that new thing to replace it. And so there is a lot of time, this phase of emptiness and confusion where you don't really know what's going to fill that void and that emptiness in your life. But just understand that this is you gearing up for something big, preparing to step into something new. Maybe you've been headed sort of in a direction that wasn't good for you, and this is your sort of higher self saying, I need to make a shift, and all these things are going to fall away. I'm going to lose that motivation, that spark that I used to have. But it's opening space for something new, so you can allow new, bigger, better things to come into your life if you will just slow down. And so you may sense your priorities shifting as well. Maybe you have these new interests. Maybe all of a sudden you really want to take your health seriously, or your exercise regimen. Maybe you're noticing changes in your physical activity. Maybe you don't want to do anything at all. Maybe you just need to rest. I recently went through this phase where I didn't want to do any kind of strenuous exercise or weightlifting, and this was really, really weird for me because I'm so used to training. I've been an athlete my whole life, and so I don't ever think there was a period of more than a few days where I wasn't in the gym or pushing myself physically, training for something. And so it was really weird because my body was saying, I just want to rest. I want to sleep a lot. I want to do light movement, things like just walks and strolls, or my body wanted a lot of fascial release, releasing emotions and this pent-up energy, but it really didn't want to lift weights or get on the bike or run or sprint or anything like that. It just needed time to rest and heal. And so I had to honor this and say, you know what, body, you know best. And these phases, they won't last. Everything kind of comes in cycles and seasons, and part of this journey is learning to embrace the cyclical nature of things. And so listen to what your body wants, what your soul needs, and honor it. Learn to listen to your body and open a line of communication. Remember how we said your body is like a companion. It's like your best friend. It is always there for you. It will always it always wants the best for you, and it knows how to get you there. So if you just listen and honor that, you can never miss, you can never fail. And so just understand that we are going through some huge shifts together, each of us in our own way, but collectively, humanity is going through these massive shifts. And so, um, the upgrades that we're able to make in a week's time now would have taken months or years if we were talking 5, 10 years ago. And so things are just moving really, really fast. We see it in our world, how fast things can change and all these events unfolding. And so don't feel bad if you're not feeling up to things. That's the most important thing, is to let go of that guilt and that shame and the feeling of obligation. I should do this, I should do that. It's okay to slow down. A lot of times, in fact, actually, when it feels like nothing is happening physically, that's actually when things are happening the fastest at a spiritual or an emotional level. And so when your body feels really stagnant and tired, this is actually when all of these upgrades are integrating, and things are moving really fast. And so you will break through this these deep these phases of deep healing. They never last. They always, you're only moving in one direction, towards greater health, greater vibrance, towards the life that you want. And so the more that we really just go with the flow and embrace this process of change, the better off we're going to be. If we fight it, it's going to take a lot longer, and it's going to take a greater toll on us. Just know that all your hard work has paid off. You are clearing those remnants of the blocks and belief systems that you have held onto for a very long time. You've done the meat of the work. If you are watching this video, if this is where you are in your journey, the hard part is, for the most part, behind you. Yes, there will be challenges, but a lot of this now is just integrating and stepping into what it is that we want to embody. And so it will be worth it. I'm super excited for you. I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time to slow down and take care of yourself. It really will pay off. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. Let me know your thoughts, your reactions and comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'll be back with more soon, and I will see you guys then.